Well. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
You're now tuned into the financial motivator himself, Ash Cash, Mr. Mind Right, Money Right. Money Right. Money Right.
Welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the AshCashShow.com, subscribe to the podcast. Go to AshCashTV.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So, man, I don't even know where to start, but today I want to give you a message that says trying is not enough, right? I want to give you a message about trying is not enough. And let me just say this. Let me just say this, right? I am very sensitive, right? I am very sensitive to what people go through in life. I never get on here, and this is just a disclaimer, or this is just to get for clarity, if anybody needs it, right? I never get on here with the intention to trigger anybody. I never get on here with the intention to look down on anybody. In fact, the reason, like, if you see this shirt, it says "I am greatness on display." The reason why, and I'm gonna give y'all a tip. The reason why the slogan says, I am, or when I write things on shirts, it's to inspire other people. It's not to really inspire myself. You know what I'm saying? It's to inspire other people. So I know the power of I am. And so while a lot of people might look at the shirt, right? And they might say, "Oh, I am greatness on display." But every time you read my shirt, you're affirming that to you, right? Every time you read my shirt, right, I'm helping you more than it's helping me, because I don't see my shirt, right? I see it now, right? But if I walk out in the world with this shirt on today, people are going to read the shirt and they're going to be affirming to themselves. So they're going to say, "I am greatness on display." Oh, I like that. And then it's gonna change their thought process, right? And then now, you know what I mean? So my whole goal is just to inspire, right? It's just to inspire and motivate people. Recently, I've had 3 separate situations, and this is a awareness moment. You know what I'm saying? This is a self-awareness moment. I had 3 situations in which there were somebody I just met, right? Somebody I just met who had a level of expectation from me that I didn't understand why they would. Then I had somebody that I been in business with, or somebody I've been in business with, that I've known 2.5, 3 years, who had a certain expectation from me. And then I had a person that I known practically all my life, have a certain expectation of me. You know what I'm saying? And at first, because I take full responsibility, you know what I'm saying? I take full responsibility for anything that's in my space. You know what I'm saying? I take full responsibility for anything that's in my space. And so immediately I took, full responsibility for these 3 situations. Rich, I'm gonna get back at you, Rich, because we're gonna talk about what you just said. But I took full responsibility for those situations, and I started asking myself, right? Matter of fact, this is what we're gonna do. So I took responsibility, you know what I'm saying? Like I took responsibility for those 3 situations, you know what I'm saying? And every time something happens in my life, and I suggest everybody do the same. Anytime something happens in your life, do not blame the other person for what happened, or don't look outside of yourself for the things that have happened, right? Like look within yourself. And so for me, I was looking within myself, and I was asking myself, like, why are these things happening? Like, why is it that there is a theme? You know what I'm saying? There is a theme where people are misrepresenting or wanting, you know what I'm saying, like wanting more. They're wanting things that I didn't even promise. You know what I'm saying? Like they're wanting things that I didn't promise, and they're interpreting things in ways. And I think God has had given me these 3 different examples, right? God has given me these 3 different examples so that I could not blame it on time, right? So God gave me an example of I'm like literally, I probably spent like 5-10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes with this person. You know what I'm saying? I spent 10 minutes with this person, and based on that 10 minutes, they had an expectation that was delusional, that didn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? And then I had another situation where, somebody that I've known for almost like 2.5 years had an expectation that to me did not make sense. You know what I'm saying? And then I had somebody that I practically known for all my life, and they had an expectation that practically didn't make sense. So I asked myself, like, damn, God, like, what are you trying to teach me? And I realized that God was trying to teach me that trying is not enough, right? Trying is not enough. And why do I say that? Because nothing, and I want y'all to understand this, nothing could be in your presence, right? Nothing could be in your presence that you are not, right? And so if you see a hater, you're a hater. If you see a user, then you're a user. I'm just telling you that. You know what I'm saying? And what I said was, these people, right? These people had these expectations of me, right? They had these expectations of me, right? Whether somebody new, somebody that I knew a little while, somebody I know all my life, they all had these expectations of me. And I said to myself, right? Like they all believed that I was the answer to something for them. So catch where I'm going. They all believed that I was the answer to something for them. And so they got disappointed when, or I mean, not even disappointed, because I think only one got disappointed, right? One got disappointed that I wasn't the answer, and I'll never be the answer. Another one, just didn't realize, didn't realize what expectations was being put on, and the other one just didn't, get a reply. But they must, they must have known. I mean, maybe they don't, right? But I say all this to say, that I started to assess myself. And I started asking myself, am I putting expectations on other people? Right? Am I like in what areas of my life am I depending on people more than I'm trusting the source, more than I'm trusting God, right? And there were a lot, right? There were a lot of situations that I was like, man, the reason why these people were expecting something of me was because I was expecting something of other people and I wasn't trusting the source. You know, I had a situation recently, actually, you know what I'm saying? You know, I had a situation. Jimmy, what up, Jimmy? You know, I had a situation where you know, I was in a process of I'll tell you, I was in the process of buying property. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was in a process of buying property, and everything was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had the money, everything was fine. Everything was fine. But the seller was being very you know, the seller was being difficult. You know what I'm saying? And there could be reasons why the seller was being difficult. And so I got to a point where I started getting frustrated. You know what I'm saying? I started getting frustrated because this is a dream property. Like, it's a dream property. If I ever get it in real life, I'll show y'all what I mean. You know what I'm saying? But it was a dream property, something that is actually on my vision board. You know, I realized it recently. You know, I took my vision board off, but I was looking at my vision board, and this property was actually on my vision board. And you know, I was like, man, you know, why is this person being so difficult? And then I felt myself being anxious. I felt myself being anxious. Like, I felt like I was at the mercy of the seller. I was at the mercy of the bank who, you know, was going to finance it. You know, I just felt like I was at the mercy, and it didn't feel right. It felt bad. And I had these expectations. I had the expectations of the seller. I had the expectation of the bank. I had the expectation of my broker. I had you know what I'm saying? I had all these expectations, and I was not tapping into the source, right? Because God is the best planner, right? God is the best planner. So if God is the best planner, then I need to just set my intentions and let God do the rest. Not depend on anybody, right? Not depend on anybody. And what I thought was I would do enough, right? I would do enough that the seller would realize I'm serious, that the bank would realize that they should give me like they should give me this loan and give me exactly what I'm asking for. That, right? I had all these expectations because I felt like, yo, I'm trying. I'm doing everything I need to do. Why isn't this happening, right? Because I'm too attached to it. I'm too attached to the outcome, right? I'm too attached to the outcome. And so trying is not enough, you know. It is important that as you are setting your intentions, that you stop trying to make things happen and you just simply allow yourself to be in energetic alignment with that thing. The moment that you are in energetic alignment with that thing will be yours, period. There's no other way. Stop trying. Set your intentions and let God do the rest. Set your intentions and let God do the rest. Detach from everything. Detach from everything. Let me let Wayne Dyer talk to you.
First principle says, as Talofa put it, have a mind that is open to everything.
Open to everything.
And attached to nothing.
And attached to nothing.
One of the central principles of my life is that no one knows enough.
Peace,
to be
ill
a
flow.
pessimist about anything. And that each and every one of
Top of
us,
the AM, Oscar.
when we close our mind to what is possible for us,
Close
or
your
what
mind
is
to what's
for
possible.
humanity, closes off
It closes it
the
off.
genius that resides and lives in each and every one of us.
Yep.
But a mind that is open to everything,
A
and
mind that's
attached
open to everything.
nothing, is a mind that says, I'm never looking for anything to be offended by.
Mm.
And that whatever anybody else out there has to say, my response to that is, that's an interesting point of view.
That's an interesting point
I've
of view.
never considered that before.
Never considered that before.
Things that Emerson said is in one of his very first essays. He says the first thing we have to say respecting what are called new views here in New England, where we are right now, is that they are not new, but the very oldest of thoughts cast into the mold of these new times. Progress is impossible if you always do things the way you've always done things. But the other word in this,
Wait, hold on.
Philippa said, is
I'm gonna let it rock.
be attached nowhere.
Be attached nowhere, y'all.
Attached nowhere. Attachment really means I am deluding myself into a belief that if I can't have or if I can't do this or that thing, then somehow I'm going to become immobilized. So an open mind that is detached. In my most recent book, in A Spiritual Solution to Every Problem, I have an observation. And it's an observation from Anthony DeMello, a man I respect enormously, a priest, who, in The Way to Love, puts it this way. Here's a great test for your relationships, especially the relationships that you're in with those whom you love, not your children, but your spouses and your lovers and so on. Try this test on for size. 1, I am not really attached to you at all. I am merely deluding myself into the belief that without you, I will not be happy.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for 1 second.
First principle says,
Hold on for a second, because I need y'all to understand that. In the relationships that you have right now, right, whether it's your significant other, right, if you're looking for happiness within your significant other, you are deluding yourself. And you have allowed yourself to believe that without that person, you're not going to be happy, right? You're deluding yourself in your business relationships, in any relationship. If there is a dependency on somebody else, you are deluding yourself. Let me rewind that back one more time. I'm sorry, y'all.
as Talopa put it,
Yo, Cassie's
have a mind
bars. Stop
that is
playing.
open to everything.
Be open to everything.
And attached
to nothing.
One of the central principles of my life is that no one knows enough to be a pessimist about anything. And that each and every one of us, when we close our mind to what is possible for us or what is possible for humanity, closes off the genius that resides and lives in each and every one of us. But a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing is a mind that says, I'm never looking for anything to be offended by.
Never looking
And that
for anything
whatever
to be
anybody
offended
else
by.
out there has to say, my response to that is, that's an interesting point of view. I've never considered that before. Things that Emerson said is in one of his very first essays. He says the first thing we have to say respecting what are called new views here in New England, where we are right now, is that they are not new, but the very oldest of thoughts cast into the mold of these new times. Progress is impossible if you always do things the way you've always done things. But the other word in this, what Talopa said, is be attached nowhere.
Attached
Be
nowhere,
attached
y'all.
nowhere. Attachment really means I am deluding myself into a belief that if I can't have or if I can't do this or that thing, then somehow I'm going to become immobilized. So an open mind that is detached. In my most recent book, in A Spiritual Solution to Every Problem, I have an observation. And it's an observation from Anthony DeMello, man I respect enormously, a priest, who, in The Way to Love, puts it this way. Here's a great test for your relationships, especially the relationships that you're in with those whom you love, not your children, but your spouses and your lovers and so on. Try this test on for size. 1, I am not really attached to you at all. I am merely deluding myself into the belief that without you,
Well, what up, Quell?
I will not be happy. And 2, and here's the toughest test for non-attachment. I leave you free to be yourself, to think your thoughts, indulge your tastes, follow your inclination, behave in ways that you decide are to your liking. Most of us do in our relationships, and why they are not as successful as we would like them to be is that we become attached and we tell ourselves that if this person behaves in a way that I find offensive, then I can't be happy. I make my happiness, my fulfillment dependent upon those people that I love being what I think that they should be. And detachment doesn't mean being a victim. It just simply means I know that I can make my life fulfilled and happy by having a mind that is open to everything.
Open to everything.
And attached nowhere.
Attached
The
to
second
nowhere.
principle is a very simple principle. It says you can't give away what you don't have.
You can't give away what you don't have.
Now, it sounds ridiculous, okay? But it's more than what meets the ear as you hear this. You can't give away what you don't have. People who are not good at giving away love can't give away love because they don't have it to give away. If I want to give you a dozen oranges, I can't give you those dozen oranges unless I go out and pick up 12 oranges someplace. Otherwise, all it is just empty rhetoric. And the same thing is true of virtually everything in your life. You can't give away love for others if you don't have love in here to give away.
Can't give
If
what you
what
don't
you
have.
have in here is contempt, if what you have in here is anger, if what you have in here is fear, then these are the things you're going to be giving away in your life.
Look,
There's a law sort of.
wait, hold on. Let me stop you though, right? You can't give away something that you don't have, right? And the truth, oh my God. Don't miss this, y'all. This is all about self-reflection. I want you to self-reflect. I want you to self-reflect, right? Everybody asking about this, you got to become a member of the Abundance Community. All of these tracks are in the Abundance Community, abundancecommunity.org. I'll put it right here. www.abundancecommunity.org. Join the Abundance Community. Right? abundancecommunity.org. Hold on. And the link is in my bio. Hold on for a second. Right? So here's the thing. I don't want y'all to miss this. This is about self-reflection. You cannot give, right? You cannot give what you don't have. And so if you don't have love, right? If you don't have love, then you can't give love. You may think, look, a lot of us think we're giving love, but in fact, we're not giving love. I don't know who needs to hear this, but a lot of us think that we're giving people love when what we might be really giving is pressure. What we might be really giving is stress. What we might be giving is a false sense of expectation, right? And then a lot of times we wonder why these things are coming back to us. That's because you can only get what you give. So you can't give what you don't have, but you only get what you give. Right? So what am I saying? I'm saying that if you're receiving hate, that means you're giving hate. If you're receiving expectations, that means you're expecting things of people. Right? If you're receiving jealousy, that's because secretly you're jealous. That means secretly you're jealous. Yo, just because somebody just because you say something in your head and you don't say it outwardly, God sees it all. God sees it all. And so you might be looking at that person and be like, oh, they a hater, because they're verbally saying it. What makes it different if you are hating on this person over here, but you just don't verbally say it? When you see that person over there, you what up, you good? Nah. You will always get what you give, whether you giving it in the front or in your head, right? God sees it all. So a lot of us are wondering why our life is a certain way, right? A lot of us are wondering why are things coming to us. I ain't gonna lie to you. When these three situations were happening and they were happening simultaneously, and the reason why they happen so fast is because I'm highly attuned, right? I do my meditation, I ask God certain questions, and I get the answer almost immediately, right? And the reason why, I'll be honest with you, I was getting upset at them. I'm like, yo, like, what makes this person think that I just had a conversation with you 10 minutes? What makes this person think? Why does this person have this expectation of me? This is ridiculous. I was mad at this person. This other person that I've been working with for 2.5 years, I'm like, yo, why does this person have this expectation of me? This person is bugging. Then this person that I knew almost all my life, I say, yo, why does this person have this expectation of me? That person's bugging. But I said to myself, though, I'm telling y'all, I'm saying this is self-reflective. So what I want for you, what I want for myself, I want for you, right? And so that's why I'm putting all my business out there. I put myself on Front Street. I looked and said, I was looking at them that they was bugging. But but after deep reflection, I'm looking at myself like I'm bugging. Because it's not possible. Hear what I'm saying? It's not possible to receive something that you don't give in one shape, form, or another. It is not possible for you to receive something that you don't give. And so I had to evaluate my life, right? I had to evaluate my life and ask myself in what areas, right? In what areas am I expecting something of somebody, whether I say it out loud or not, right? Whether I say it out loud or not, in what areas am I expecting something from somebody, right? And putting pressure on them and making them like whether I say it or not, that energy of expectation is also real, right? So I'm not gonna lie to you. I was able to pinpoint at least 2 situations in which I never said nothing, though. I had these expectations of people. I never said nothing, but my energy of expectation is probably felt. And so I had to realize, damn, Ash, you need to change that, right? You need to give unconditional love. You need to be real. You need to stop pretending like you don't have an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to detach myself from everything. I had to detach myself. And I had to stop trusting the people, right? I had to stop trusting the people and start trusting God, the source. Because God is always going to, like God is always going to position me in where I need to be. And if I give unconditional love, then I'll get unconditional love back, right? That's the problem. I have conditions on love. I have conditions on certain relationships. And because I have conditions, other people have conditions. And so I had to stop putting expectations on anybody, right? Which goes back to my original message. You got to stop trying. Trying is not enough. You got to stop trying. Trying is not enough. All you have to do is be in energetic alignment with the thing that you desire, and the thing that you would desire will be yours. That's it. You don't have to try, right? And here's the deal. You don't have to try to get love from people. Because if you give unconditional love, then there's the only thing that will happen is that you get unconditional love. That's it. You don't have to try to get love. You don't have to try. All you got to do is be. It always goes back to that. All you got to do is be. If you want unconditional love, all you got to do is be an unconditional love giver. If that's what you desire. If you desire a certain level of wealth in your life, all you have to do is be the person that is energetically aligned with that level of wealth.
A law in the universe. I call it the law of attraction.
Law of attraction,
The law
y'all.
of attraction is one that works like this.
Yep.
You get back from the universe, from the world, what it is that you put out there.
D-Hop, what up, my G? You get back from the world what you put out there.
Out there into the world that I am not worthy of attracting something beautiful into my life, that the universe will respond back to you with exactly that message. The ocean of abundance is there, and you can go to that ocean of abundance, and you can take a Mack truck, and you can fill it up 20 times a day.
The ocean of abundance is there.
Take it out of there, and guess what? It doesn't impact at all.
It doesn't impact.
The ocean of abundance.
The ocean of abundance.
It doesn't even go down a zillionth of an inch.
Nope.
It's unlimited.
Unlimited.
Or you can go to the same ocean of abundance with a eyedropper, and you can just take this much out once a month and say, that's all that seems to be available for me. And
Yep.
the interesting thing for me is that when people go to this ocean of abundance, this unlimited world, all that I have is thine, it says in the holy books. All that I have is thine. It's all there for you. But if you believe inside that it's limited, that you can only get so much, that other people are going to get it before you do, then you'll find yourself creating that very same thing. And the even more interesting part about this, you can't give away what you don't have principle, is that if your message to the universe is gimme, gimme, gimme.
Cat, don't
A
miss
lot of
this.
people's message to the universe. I want this from you. I want that from you. Please give me this. I have to have that. That's what their prayer is like. That's what their message is. You know, and they say, I want this from the universe. Gimme, gimme, gimme. The universe's response back to that kind of a mentality is exactly the same. The universe will say right back to you over and over again, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yo, don't miss this bar, y'all. Look, a lot of y'all, look, don't miss this bar. A lot of us are going to God, going to the Most High, going to the universe, whatever you call your higher power. A lot of us are going to God and saying, give me, give me, give me. And because you are going to God saying, give me, give me, give me, God is saying to you, give me, give me, give me. Why do you think that when they say too much is given, much is required? Why you think that? Because you're not allowing yourself to be in energetic alignment. You are not allowing yourself to be in energetic alignment with the things that you desire. What you are doing is you're like, hey, give me, give me, give me. And because you are always asking, then you can only get the law of attraction. You can only get what you give. So if you're asking, give me, give me, give me, then the universe is going to be asking back, give me, give me, give me. And so the goal is not to be an asker, right? Wait, you know what? Let me let Wayne Dyer tell you the rest. Hold on.
And you'll find yourself never ever arriving. But
Never
always
ever
being in a
arriving.
state
You're
of
always
flux.
asking.
Always feeling as if you're being neglected. Never feeling as if you have enough. Always feeling as if you're being shortchanged because you're constantly under the pressure to give, to get back what the universe is demanding from you. And the interesting thing about all of this, the irony of this, is that if you shift that,
If you shift it,
and you say to the universe, to the world, how may I serve?
how may I serve?
How may I serve? The universe's response back to you is,
How may I serve? Bars.
how may I serve you?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. If you, instead of saying, gimme, 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 if now your question now is not gimme, 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 so that way the universe is saying, gimme, gimme, gimme right back. What if you said, God, how can I serve you? How can I serve you? How may I serve you? How may I serve you? And now the universe asks back, how may I serve you? Man, y'all.
I shifted that energy off of what can I have
Yep.
into what can I give. It seemed to me that the universe responded back with the very same message. What can I give to you?
What can I give
and
to
the
you, my
most
son?
incredible and wonderful,
daughter,
beautiful abundance
my
has
child.
flowed into my life in every way that
Every
I
way.
could possibly think of. You can't give away what you don't have.
Can't
So
give away what you
take
don't have.
a look at an inventory of what you do have. How much do you love yourself?
How much do you love yourself?
How much kindness do you have in
How much
you?
kindness do
How
you
much
have?
peace do you have in you?
Yep.
How much joy do you have in you?
Yep.
And if you're able to give that away as many times as you can in a given day, watch and see how much more of that continues to show up and come back in your life. The third principle is one of my very favorites.
Third, listen.
It's called there are no justified resentments.
No justified resentment,
What
y'all.
kind of anger comes directed towards you, no matter how much hate you may encounter showing up in your life, there are no justified resentments. Meaning that if you carry around resentment inside of you about anything or about anyone, and I'm talking about the person that you lent money to and hasn't paid you back, I'm talking about the person in your life that you feel was abusive in your life. I'm talking about the person who walked out on you and left you for somebody else. I'm talking about all of the things that you have justified in your heart
No
and in your
justified
life
resentment,
that you
y'all.
have the right to be resentful about. And I'm suggesting to you that those resentments will always end up harming you. No one ever dies from a snake bite. The snake bite will never kill you. You cannot be unbitten. Once you're bitten, you're bitten. But it's the venom that continues to pour through your system after the bite that will end up destroying you. If you become steadfast in your abstentions of thoughts of harm directed towards others, all living creatures will cease to feel enmity in your presence.
You are now tapped in and
Tapped in and tuned in.
MindRightRadio.com.
So that's Wayne Dyer. I should play it back, but I got like 8 minutes because I gotta call at 9 a.m. So I gotta wrap up exactly at 9. So what we talking about? Man, how long is this track? Let me see. All right, it's 10 minutes. All right. I it's 10 minutes, but I got 8 minutes. Right. I think y'all got it. We good? Y'all got the message? You got the message? Run it back. Run it back. I think I should run it back, or should I move on? Because I have one more message, but I hope. Hey, yo, listen, everybody who wants access to the track, Wayne Dyer, Dyer, but you're not gonna find this particular one because this is like custom made. But anybody, y'all need to join abundancecommunity.org. You get access to any course that I've ever created. You get access to my courses. We have an Ask Ash Cash. I get a lot of people always asking questions. We have Ask Ash Cash every week. Actually, every Monday at 1 p.m. I just changed it. Every week we have Ask Ash Cash. We have a book club, so we read a book every month. You also, we get the abundance class. So every Wednesday, you get the abundance class, and then also all of these tracks, which is custom, you'll get them inside of the program. So abundancecommunity.org. Join. It's only $44 a month. Or if you join for the year, you get it for $444. If you understand those numbers, you understand those numbers. One of the things that I'm working on, I have a new series that I'm working on that's called Abundance Conversations. It's a new Marv Mitchell. What up, bro? My brother Marvin in the building. Hey, yo, Link, B, I just saw that jacket though too. Marvin just sent us that jacket. That joint fire. I need two of those, B. I need one for the, one for the first lady, one for me. Joint's fire. We're gonna talk. But you know what I'm saying? Like I also have a new series called Abundance Conversations. That's gonna be dropping probably top of the year. But before the world gets it, you also get access to it ahead of time. So go to abundancecommunity.org. I have one more message for y'all, but I think everybody said they got it. I'm gonna ride out to Wayne Dyer one more time. I'm gonna play it one more time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play it one more time. Let me see. Let me see if I can play it one more time. Hold on.
First principle says, as Talopa put it, have a mind that is open to everything.
Open to everything. That's your message for today.
And attached to nothing.
Your message today is to stop trying.
Of my life
be open to everything.
No one knows enough to be a pessimist about anything. And that each and every one of us, when we close our mind to what is possible for us or what is possible for humanity, closes off the genius that resides and lives in each and every one of us. But a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing is a mind that says, I'm never looking for anything to be offended by. And that whatever anybody else out there has to say, my response to that is, that's an interesting point of view. I've never considered that before. Things that Emerson said is in one of his very first essays. He says the first thing we have to say respecting what are called new views here in New England, where we are right now, is that they are not new, but the very oldest of thoughts cast into the mold of these new times. Progress is impossible if you always do things the way you've always done things. But the other word in this, what Talopa said, is be attached nowhere.
Be attached nowhere.
Attachment really means I am deluding myself into a belief that if I can't have or if I can't do this or that thing, then somehow I am going to become immobilized. So an open mind that is detached. In my most recent book, in A Spiritual Solution to Every Problem, I have an observation. And it's an observation from Anthony DeMello, a man I respect enormously, a priest, who, in The Way to Love, puts it this way. Here's a great test for your relationships, especially the relationships that you're in with those whom you love, not your children, but your spouses and your lovers and so on. Try this test on for size. 1, I am not really attached to you at all. I am merely deluding myself into the belief that without you, I will not be happy. And 2, and here's the toughest test for non-attachment. I leave you free to be yourself, to think your thoughts, indulge your tastes, follow your inclination, behave in ways that you decide are to your liking. Most of us do in our relationships, and why they are not as successful as we would like them to be is that we become attached and we tell ourselves that if this person behaves in a way that I find offensive, then I can't be happy. I make my happiness, my fulfillment dependent upon those people that I love being what I think that they should be. And detachment doesn't mean being a victim. It just simply means I know that I can make my life fulfilled and happy by having a mind that is open to everything.
Open to everything.
And attached nowhere.
Attached
The second
nowhere.
principle is a very simple principle. It says you can't give away what you don't have. Now it sounds ridiculous, okay? But it's more than what meets the ear as you hear this. You can't give away what you don't have. People who are not good at giving away love can't give away love because they don't have it to give away.
Don't have it to give
If
away.
I want to give you a dozen oranges, I can't give you those dozen oranges unless I go out and pick up 12 oranges someplace. Otherwise, all it is just empty rhetoric. And the same thing is true of virtually everything in your life. You can't give away love for others if you don't have love in here to give away. If what you have in here is contempt, if what you have in here is anger, if what you have in here is fear, then these are the things you're going to be giving away in your life. There's a law, sort of a law in the universe. I call it the law of attraction. The law of attraction is one that works like this.
I got Daniel Dickey in the building. Salute.
You get back from the universe, from the world, what it is that you put out there.
Whatever you put out, you get back.
And if you're putting out there into the world that I am not worthy of attracting something beautiful into my life, that the universe will respond back to you with exactly that message. The ocean of abundance is there. And you can go to that ocean of abundance.
Hey, Storm, what up, my G?
And you can take a
the
Mack
trifecta
truck,
in the building. If you know, you
and
know.
you can fill it up 20 times a day and take it out of there. And guess what? It doesn't impact at all the ocean of abundance. It doesn't even go down a zillionth of an inch. It's unlimited. Or you can go to the same ocean of abundance with a eyedropper. And you can just take this much out once a month and say, that's all that seems to be available for me. And the interesting thing for me is that
All right,
when
y'all, 9
people
a.m. Gotta go,
go
y'all.
to this ocean of abundance, this unlimited world, all that I have is thine, it says in the holy books. All that I have is thine. It's all there for you. But if you believe inside that it's limited, that you can only get so much, that other people are going to get it before you do, then you'll find yourself creating that very same thing.
All right, y'all, gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like we, you know, I gotta honor my commitments. You know what I'm saying? So 9 a.m. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcastshow.com, subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcasttv.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all join abundancecommunity.org. Join the Abundance community. We have office hours. We have Ask Ash Cash office hours every week. And so that's happening today at 1 p.m. We also have Abundance class every week, every Wednesday, I believe, at 1 p.m. You get access to the Abundance curriculum. It's really just a place where you just go with like-minded people. If your goal is to live in abundance, then join the community. That's it. I ain't even selling you on what's in there. If your goal is to live in abundance in everything, though, right? I'm gonna talk about my boxing journey tomorrow, actually, because I'm proud of a step that I've taken. So I'm gonna talk about my boxing journey tomorrow. But the goal is always to live in abundance in everything, in health, in wealth, in family, in spirit, everything. I want you to live in abundance, and so that is the goal. Make sure y'all check it out. AbundanceCommunity.org. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in the Ash Cash Show. I'll see y'all tomorrow in God's will. Inshallah, in God's will. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. All right, peace.
I ain't talking about rich. I'm talking about wealth. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
You are now tuned in to the Ash Cash Show, your #1 source for financial motivation. Get your mind and your money right.